on. We got candles here. Candles.
If there's,
You like candles?
more from the bottom.
Yeah.
If there's
Yeah, they're good, right? What's up, man?
Hi.
What's going on?
What's this video for?
Just, personal use. I'll watch it tonight. But you want it alone, stuff like that. No, come on, no. Actually, we got a new web series gonna debut tomorrow. It's called Project 7, and it's gonna be on a panel. So come check that out. It's at 1:30 tomorrow. If you guys are around.
You like
That'd be cool.
floats or coffee?
Yikes. Hello, my Ramboholic Ramborgia friends. This is JohnRamboPresents, the show. My name is John, and I'm joined by my pulpy pal, and your pulpy pal. Ladies and gentlemen, OJ is here.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
How's it going today, sir?
It's going quite all right today.
Is there anything you want to get off your chest, you want to talk about? Anything going on? Did you have a nice day?
I had a pretty good day. Nothing terribly exciting going on. Gonna have a nice weekend, so I'm pretty happy right now.
What do you have planned for the weekend?
Dungeons and Dragons and what?
You should have just lied. You could have made something up.
Nah, dude, come on. I'm not gonna lie to anybody out there.
All right. Well, I'm sure that's exciting if
hilarious.
that's what you're into. All right. Well, all kinds of things going on this week.
Yep.
I know you have a kind of like an announcement to make. I've somewhat of an announcement to make as well. We'll get to that in a little bit, a little later. Of course, the big news this week was the launch, the debut. The first episode of Project 7 was released on the DSP Gaming channel last Saturday.
Yes.
Insane amount of action on this thing. Have you checked it out? Have you looked at what's going
I
on
haven't
over there?
counted the views. I've seen it, but I haven't noted the views in a while.
All right. Well, the episode itself has over 150,000 views on it.
Nice deal.
Which is pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
So let's think back to last Saturday. First goes up. I didn't know when Phil was going to put it up. All of a sudden he just does it. All of a sudden I start getting messages on Twitter. So I'm like, okay, it's probably up. So if you follow me on Twitter, you may have noticed if you send me a message or say something to me, I like to respond to it. Hopefully you do notice this, because I always like to respond to everyone that sends me something.
You're a better
and if
man
you
than I am.
if you say something cool, like shit or balls or something like that, then I like to retweet everybody that does that, says something cool. So I was doing my usual business on there, like responding to people, retweeting people. It's going just fine. And then all of a sudden, it just gets to the point where messages are flooding in. I'm completely overcome, and I couldn't even read them all, honestly. So I want to say, if you sent me a message, I thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I know a lot of you guys are actually working feverishly to get Project 7 trending, and a lot of people are like working hard at that. So I love you guys very much, all of you. And if you did send me a message, I wasn't able to respond to you. I apologize for that. But things got a little bit hectic there, a little crazy. So one of the things people were sending me, which was cool, was their own ideas. Like a lot of people did this, like where they thought it should go, like what should happen, and like their own ideas of like what should be and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. That shows a lot of people who really got into the episode, and
yeah, they want to see where it goes. And they're liking
right,
it.
and then and they have their own ideas of where things go. And a lot of people were trying to guess who Deathface is or asking me who Deathface was. And one of the most popular thoughts on this was that OJ is in fact Deathface. So I'm going to ask you, OJ, are you Deathface? What's going on here? Is that you? No comment here?
I thought you said not to comment at all about Project 7 and my
I don't
involvement.
believe you are Deathface. I don't think that's true. But a lot of people thought that, and a lot of people said they wanted to see you in it, which is cool, I'm sure. And some people actually think Deathface is me, or I'm working for Deathface. I don't really know how that would work, but I guess we'll find out as time goes on, right?
Yep.
So, before I say anything else about Project 7, if you enjoyed the first episode, you must subscribe to youtube.com/RespectThePact. Right? And these guys are really like the engine behind this whole thing, and without them, there really would not be a Project 7.
They're amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they're the ones that really had to put this all together and make it look good and make it look nice, while we all just acted stupid in front of the cameras, and they did all the hard work. So, well, I guess you could call it that. We'll get to that in a second, too. So today on the show, proud to announce, we'll have Andre. Andre from Respect the Pact will be here. We'll talk about Project 7, talk about all their awesome videos on their channel.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll get to know a little bit more about him. And I'm certainly looking forward to it. And once again, if you love Project 7, if you like Project 7, and you want to support it, please subscribe to Respect the Pact. Mm-hmm. That's an important component in the entire operation. So, you know. Now, I would say that did you look at the comments for the Project 7 or any of the feedback or anything?
No, I was looking at some of the actually I was looking through the Respect the Pact's other stuff.
You're like, I'm not going to watch Project 7, I'm going to watch the other. That's cool, you know.
Well, dude,
it's fine.
I saw the episode. I was at the panel. I saw the comments there from real people. I figured I should catch up on Respect the Pact stuff before anything else, you know?
I made you watch it 20 times.
Yeah, I was also a little bit too busy working on some other stuff, which I'll talk about later.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
You know what I mean, dude. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, so we'll talk about that.
Oh.
So, looking at the comments for the video, I haven't done it in a couple days. I looked at it like one day. I looked at like a few pages of comments. I would say 95% of the feedback was overwhelmingly positive. And people had a lot of good things to say about my performance, which I do certainly appreciate. Although I am in no way an actor or have any goals or desire to be a professional actor or anything like that. You know, I'm not looking to have my own sitcom on the Disney Channel or anything, you know.
Yeah.
But hopefully I made some of you guys laugh a few times, and more than anything else, that was my goal, to create some laughter in the world, you know. So a few people actually asked questions, and I want to address some of them now.
Okay.
Were you typing something? What's going on?
I'm not typing.
You're not typing?
I know. I just opened up the comments, though.
Okay, you're checking it out.
Just opened up the comments.
All right. So a lot of people ask questions, and a majority of my scenes were actually improvised on the spot. And the way that he'd written it was really Howard and Phil were the ones that really had to move the story along with their lines. And their stuff was much more locked in, while my stuff was really loose, which I am grateful for. So a lot of my lines are like, whom? Let's beat the F out of this door. Shitty catering. Did he touch you? You know, that was all stuff that we just kind of came up with on the spot. The David Carradine joke, I had actually written that a while before that. And I had to get Phil's blessing and ask him if it was okay if I basically implied that, you know, he was into some autoerotic situations.
Asphyxiation.
And yes. And to his credit, you know, he thought it was funny, so that's a cool thing. He was like, all right, yeah, you can say that about me. That's okay.
Well, considering you were the one with the rope, dude.
That is true.
you weren't one to talk.
Yeah, that's one of the jokes that really didn't work that well at the panel, though. I don't know if you noticed that.
Maybe they were maybe they didn't want to laugh about David Carradine in front of other people. That's
quite possible. I don't mean any disrespect to him. I think, you know,
he was amazing.
Guy, rest in peace and all that.
Yeah.
It's just fun, you know. That's all. We're just having a little bit of fun at the expense of his strange masturbatory things that he used to do. But yeah, as I said, it's not. It's like at the panel, it really kind of died, and like no one laughed at it. And actually, during the panel when it happened, I leaned over to Phil and I was like, yeah, it didn't really work, did it? You know, like no one laughed. But since it's come out online, the online community has really embraced and loves the joke. You know, go figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of the costumes actually came from local Halloween stores because we filmed it in early November.
Yeah.
So around Halloween time, late October, all these different stores just randomly pop up, and then they're gone. So I think it was like we got there like one of the last days this place was open, and we got a lot of the stuff at the Halloween store, including the robe that I wore. That was actually a Halloween costume, and we wanted to get like an ascot for it. We were like, where do you buy an ascot? We didn't know do you know where to get an ascot from? I was like, I don't know where to get that from. Do you know?
I don't know. You could try Men's Warehouse or Sears or something.
All right, so what I ended up doing is like taking a scarf and just kind of like tying it and like stuffing underneath the robe.
You could ask Freddy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Scooby-Doo character. But so that's pretty much it. It was pretty much a Halloween costume with a scarf under it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people asked if that robe is what I wear while I actually record the show. They said, "Do you wear?" That's what I imagine he wears while he records the show. And the answer is actually no. I actually wear a much nicer robe while I record the show. So, and the death face costume is actually from the Halloween store as well. The actual like filming of the episode, I didn't really have a problem remembering lines or anything like that. But one of the issues I found was difficult was it was hard to not look at the camera.
Yeah.
Because I had spent so much time training myself to look at it. You know, because that was kind of one of the problems I had initially doing videos. It was like I wouldn't look at the camera. That's like an important thing. So it's constantly like training myself to do it. And it's very important for the stuff that we do is that you look at the camera, but now you're not supposed to. So that was pretty tough. You know,
you could put a picture of someone really ugly on the camera or anything, and then you wouldn't want to look at it.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, I got it. Put a laser pointer on top of the camera, so if you look at it, you go blind permanently.
You just want me to have physical injury?
No, it's a good training tool.
And I'd say the hardest scene to get was the one where I tie the rope around Howard, and then I have to push him through the portal. It was difficult for the simple reason that I can't really tie a rope. I didn't know like how to make a proper knot.
Yeah.
So we like try to do it, and then like it would fall off, or I wouldn't tie it quickly enough because you got to do it quick, you know, in the scene, so it would make sense where he wouldn't be able to turn around and stop me, you know. So it was kind of a problem. I had to keep doing it over and over, and it got really awkward because I kept having to rub against Howard's back, basically, wrap my arms around him and thrust.
You're not used to doing that in front of a camera. Usually the camera's far away.
Well, you know, usually do it. You know, it's we have nice lotions and lighting is nice and some music. This was just very it was
a little too rough. You didn't want to get abrasive or anything.
It was a little too much, yes. So it got a little awkward, but we finally got it. That was kind of the tougher ones to get. Now, looking over the comments, like I said, I think 90% really, really positive. But I really do have to question some of the people on there. Okay? There are some bad apples out there, and I should first say that on my channel, JohnRamboPresents, we really don't have these bad apples on my channel, which is great. You very rarely get one of these very upset people.
You just doomed yourself, but do go on.
That's okay.
Continue to dig.
But here's the thing, though. If we do get someone who's really upset, they might say something like shitty games, shitty players. And what we'll do is we turn that into a positive over here, okay? That's what we do. But looking at the comments over there, there's people posting repeatedly on the video, the acting is terrible, the acting sucks. Or the acting sucks and the acting is terrible. Okay? Now, weeks before this thing was released, all of us had said, the acting is cheesy, it's bad, it's not very good. Okay?
Yes.
Try to really hammer that home. Now, I can understand, maybe you didn't see all the videos, watch Phil's all his preview videos and where he said it, the panel video, the multiple episodes of the show where we also talked about how bad it was. I can understand. Maybe you missed all that stuff. That's perfectly understandable. But in the actual pilot episode, one of my lines is that the acting is shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we made a point to say in the actual episode the acting is not good. Okay? There's also bloopers at the end to reiterate the fact that you basically suck. And it was kind of a grind to get some of this out, So then how does a reasonable person watch the episode and then go, you know what, this acting's not very good. It's not up to my personal standards. I have to let everyone know about this. I'm going to go post in the comment section and tell everyone that the acting sucks because they need to know. How does that go down? So that's like watching Jurassic Park and then running online and be like, there's fucking dinosaurs in this thing. So I fear for these people. I really do. I just have fear for them. I just hope they can get together.
Well, maybe they've got that have a brain issue like that dude Memento, where whatever they only remember what they see, within the past X minutes or so. And that's toward the beginning, closer to the beginning of the episode. So by the end, they forgot.
I hope that it sounds like something you might get worked on. I mean, I don't know what to say. And then another complaint I saw. There's a scene in Howard's house, right, where Deathface appears. It's at the end of the episode. And I say the lines, who is this guy? I was like, who is this guy? Did he touch you? Right?
Yeah.
And we all start, basically, if you watch it, we all have smirks in our face. We all start to kind of lose it at this point. And it looks how it does. A lot of people say that's unprofessional, and we need to be more serious, take it more seriously. All right? So let me kind of explain the situation here. We had a scene right now where Deathface appears and you're supposed to react to Deathface. I improvised the line on the spot, right?
Yeah.
Did he touch you? And then Phil responds to it perfectly by acting like he's creeped out by it and like kind of like covering himself.
Yeah.
And then Howard basically tries his best to like hold back a smile in it. Now, we talked about like we could have done it again, but then you kind of lose the magic of it and like the rawness of it, in my opinion. I just keep it like that.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at things. So, and you also have to break down the context of what's going on, okay? What are we actually discussing here? You have a dude in a Halloween costume being teleported out of a Kinect, at which point I imply that Phil was sexually molested by this character. Right?
Yes.
It's a ridiculous situation.
Yes.
Okay, then you have people going, your reaction should be more serious and professional. Okay?
Okay, you just got molested by a dude in a skull face mask with a cowl.
Right. Yes, we're implying that it's a ridiculous situation. How could you take that seriously? And I think people that, if you have that mentality about it, I think you need to take life less seriously and take yourselves less seriously. It takes 7 minutes of free and optional entertainment. Take that less seriously as well, because I think life is to be enjoyed. And I hope that there's something out there in your life that you do get enjoyment from.
Yeah.
Because you're certainly wasting a lot of time complaining about the likes of me and complaining about the likes of us, which I guess is a compliment in its own right.
Yeah, I mean, if you're having a good enough time that other people feel compelled to ruin it, you're getting somewhere.
I guess so. And at the end of the day, I don't really want him to stop doing this stuff because it's funny, it's entertaining to me. So I honestly did laugh at a lot of this, like people taking it like ultra, like we just said, it's ridiculous. It's the stuff that goes on in it, like a rope materializes out of thin air. Like it's a dude in a being hologram masked dude that's trapped a dude on his couch for 2 years. It's completely ridiculous, and it's not to be taken seriously. It's supposed to be like a cartoon. It's like a kid's cartoon, like what we used to watch.
Wrong.
Right. It's a kid's cartoon with cursing. That's how I like to look at it.
Yeah.
And the acting isn't going to get better. It's like it is what it is. It's not going to get better. It's not supposed to be better. It's supposed to be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you took it too seriously, then it's going to come off worse, come off more silly.
Yeah. I mean, if everyone's just got like these super serious, stone cold, dead faces, like we're all gonna die. This is horrible. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to us. It'll just to go too far the other direction.
And it's basically nonsense. The whole thing is nonsense. It's supposed to be. That's the fun of it. I think most people did get the joke and the concept. So I thank all of you guys for being intelligent, beautiful beings. By all means, you may reproduce with one another. So we have more intelligent, beautiful beings out there. And the whole idea of it is pretty much a love letter to the longtime fans.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mostly just fun, a good time for us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So please check it out. If you're going to, I think you're going to see it go into very different directions than maybe you think it's going to be going. And I hope everyone will check out the future episodes. So that's my spiel about Project 7. It's going really good. I'm quite happy.
Oh yeah, I think you've made a lot more people happy than you've made people irritated. So, A+ for you guys.
That's good, I guess.
Whatever. Yes.
All right. So I know you had some stuff you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So I don't know if people have noticed I've been a little bit quieter on Twitter and I haven't posted a video in a while. I've been pretty busy trying to get the store set up for the show, Project 7 shirts, and for my own candles. And I'm almost there. I just need my web host to go through a few more things, upgrade my account, set up my certificate, and then I'll have the dinkiest, lamest shopping cart available to you guys, probably in the next couple days, hopefully by Saturday at the absolute latest. So I'm pretty psyched about that. The show shirts will be on there. They'll be right at the top of the list, and we're going to get this going.
So we're going to have the JohnRamboPresents the show shirt, as seen at Magfest.
Mm-hmm.
You will be able to purchase it internationally as well.
I think U.S. Post Office goes, and that should work. Although, if there's any international currency exchange fees with your credit card, that's not on us. But yeah, I think.
All right, so and we're gonna have the Project 7 shirts. We're gonna have the one with myself, Howard, and Phil, and we will have the Death Face shirt.
Yes.
The Death Face middle finger shirt. I know that you're a big fan of.
Yeah, middle finger. Yeah.
And what else are you gonna have? You're gonna have your candles in there as well.
My some stock of my candles here. What I've got that's done. I've gotten a few commission requests too, so I really got to get on those as well. So
right,
expect to see some sort of a how many commissions I'm doing, how many commissions I can take at the moment indicator at some point soon, because I'm filling up.
So what is the address? This should be up either Friday night or Saturday at some point. So what is the address? It's why don't you tell everyone?
I'm shooting to have it up at geekfiregifts.com/store or even geekfiregifts.com original, maybe ushering the blog over. But definitely you can check at geekfiregifts.com/store, and if for some reason I'm having web problems, it'll be at the worst URL ever, which is geekfiregifts.com/blog/store. Either way, there'll be a link to it from the blog.
Some sort of combination of Geekfire Gifts, store,
and blog.
And slashes.
Yes. Yes, it will be there. I never claimed to be a master of managing websites.
And the shirts are $20. Mm-hmm.
Same prices at Magfest.
And the shipping is based upon your location.
Yep. I think right now the options are going to be parcel post and priority mail through the U.S. Postal Service.
Okay.
I'm using Google Checkout, so the shopping cart should be able to calculate shipping and everything. Yes. And you can pay with, I think, Visa or MasterCard.
It's a big deal because a lot of people are asking. They want the show shirt.
Yep, we aim to please.
More messages about this.
We aim to please.
I will be personally, if you purchase a shirt, I will be personally packaging it for you and mailing it myself.
You can have a shirt that John Rambo has held in his hands. Or other
John presents the show shirt that John Rambo packaged for you and put in the mailbox.
John Rambo might even write your address on the mailing label.
Maybe someday we'll have a staff or something. Right now, this is how we do it. We do everything ourselves. This is how things are done.
In case you've wondered why the website looks funny.
I have all the shirts in my, I'm looking at them right now in boxes.
Them. They smell good.
They're ready to roll.
Yeah.
I put them on at night. I try to put on hundreds of pairs. No, they're actually all individually wrapped, so
like
they're all in good condition. And I want to see some people. If someone does purchase a shirt, I'd like you to send me a picture of yourself wearing it if you like, and I'll use it on the show too. Mm-hmm. So, and what kind of candles? What do you say about the candles you have on there?
All right, the ones that are going to be up there at first, because I went through a lot of my stock at Magfest. I don't have that much left. What I do have left, though, I've got some whiskey candles. They look like whiskey on the rocks, ice cubes included. There's some coffee with foam on top. You can pretend it's hot chocolate, too. I got a root beer float, which looks like a Guinness. And I've got some ones with a color and sea glass as well.
Okay.
I got it. I'm making some more.
So check them out, everybody.
Yeah, check them out. They should be awesome, I hope. Please.
and of course, the show is also available for download on that same website. geekfiregifts.com/the show.
I'm not trying to
echo.
Am I trying to talk while you're talking? I am trying to talk while you're talking.
All right, will you stop, dude?
It happened by accident the first time, so I just rolled with it.
Well, I'm going to make you package the shirts from now on because you're acting like this. All right. So
you're mad when I talk.
In all seriousness, thank you to OJ. He's the one that did all the work on the store, and I was actually calling you on the other day, and I was driving you nuts, and I was like, "What's the updates on the store?" And you're like, "How long did it take you to get it up there?" Like several hours.
It took
right?
a while, and then I had to bug you for photos, and
right. It was a whole process, and I was driving you crazy because I'm tough. You know?
Yeah. You don't want to mess with John Rambo.
I'm very tough on my people, and I expect excellence. But I think you lived up to the standard that I set for you, and hopefully people enjoy some nice clothing, some nice shirts.
Yeah, I think they're pretty sweet.
All right, so one thing I want to talk about, my birthday. My birthday is on Saturday. Mm-hmm. I expect that you got me a gift, because I never got a Christmas gift from you. But we're going to be turning the ripe age of 29. Getting old there, man.
Ah, you're still fine.
Getting old does suck.
Won't fetch the shotgun on you yet.
Okay, I appreciate that. Getting old does suck, but sometimes in life you feel the wind in front of you pushing you backwards, keeping you stuck in place, pushing you back. Other times you can feel the wind behind you, blowing you ever forward, propelling you towards your goals. And I definitely feel at this point in life right now, I feel the wind behind me right now. Things are going swimmingly, to use a strange term. But as I have to say, this is the best period of my life, I'd have to say. And trust me, I've had some low points, so that definitely makes you appreciate the good times more. Luckily, we are in the good times right now. Things are very good, and it's mainly because of all of you lovely individuals out there that give out your undying support to myself, and sometimes to OJ as well.
Thanks.
So what I'm going to do, this is a big announcement, everybody. What I'm going to do is forfeit my birthday this year. It's no longer a day for me, because I've taken this day, I've given it to you all now. It's for you all. From now on, January 21st will be known as the day of the Ramborgia. What I want you to do on this day, I want you to all go out there and do something nice for yourself on Saturday. Do something that brings you personal enjoyment. Even if you're busy all day with work or whatever you got to do, kids are driving you nuts, I don't know what's going on. Take 5 minutes out for yourself. Treat yourself nicely. Treat yourself maybe to something you wanted to buy, something you wanted to eat. Maybe you just want to touch yourself. That's fine too. You can think about me when you're doing it. That's perfectly fine. But I just want everyone to have an enjoyable Saturday, January 21st, the day of the Ramborgia. Everyone have a lovely Ramborgia day. What do you think about this, OJ?
That's beautiful.
And I want to know, let me know what you did on Ramborgia Day. If you did something enjoyable.
We all want to hear it.
We all want to hear about it. We want everyone to have a great day. So, that's what I've done. Do you have anything else you want? Are you crying?
No.
What the hell's going on?
No, I'm not crying, dude.
All right, so I want to go into the comments. Anything else you wanted to speak about for that?
Those are pretty much the big things I got. Just working on the site, working on the store, then looking to get myself a new camera so I can actually record something without a whining noise. Besides my voice, obviously.
Yeah. And I should say, I was supposed to get some music out this week. It didn't really work out. I had a pretty crazy week. And then the time I had to work on stuff, I just couldn't really get anything done.
Oh,
so.
Don't worry. I've been in that situation before.
I apologize. I'll get back on track. We're actually working on something right now, which is pretty time-consuming. Hopefully we can get that done within a couple weeks.
Yeah, another reason why you've seen nothing from me.
Yeah, OJ's been working. I work hard sometimes.
Ah, you work hard all the time, dude. You are a wizard of working.
All right, let's jump into the comments.
All right.
Do it up.
Okay, this one's from XX Cairo XXX. Whoa, that's not symmetrical. Anyway, oh dear. What about the ejaculation?
Yeah, what about that? I guess he's trying to say, because we have different names for the viewers,
for
the listener. Yeah, what did you think of he meant?
Well, maybe when I shouted or something, because that's what...
You wanted to see... Did you think he wanted to see an ejaculation on the air?
For the record, okay, that word also means to shout, or exclaim suddenly.
Yeah, I know. What did you think it meant? Were you implying that it was supposed to be?
Oh, you know what I'm implying.
All right, so I think you say how for a name, the OJ. How about the OJ acculation?
That could work
for the OJ fans.
I think the only prior suggestions we've had are the Pulpy Pals.
And then you could have a T-shirt with an ejaculation on the shirt with you on it.
I'm picturing someone juicing an orange, and I'm slightly disturbed.
Someone's gonna make the shirt now. That's not a good thing I said.
Oh, pulp.
All right, let's move on here.
Please? All right, this one's from Warnock1. Great show as always. The Magfest videos that Rambo put up are some of the funniest things that I've ever seen, and really showed how naturally funny John is. You couldn't make up the reactions that he got from his selling style. In the end, everyone was happy, candles were sewed, and digital gonorrhea was spread, and unlikely stars were made. Yeah.
So, this is actually a good time to talk about this, but last week on the show, you and I talked about our Magfest experience for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right? We went into excruciating detail about all the things we did, even talking about what we ate for meals, what OG did in the bathroom, all kinds of, like, as much detail as you possibly can. Many people will send me messages after, very upset.
What?
Yeah, people were really mad. They said you guys didn't talk about the white mage, and you did not talk about the anime chick with her awesome boyfriend.
Oh.
So people were really mad about this. So we're going to address it now. For the anime chick situation, what I'm actually going to do today on the show, everyone already saw it, so it's just kind of weird to talk about it like this. I'm going to include the uncut version of that in the opening of the show.
Excuse me.
So that takes care of that. Now, the white mage. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to watch my Magfest footage. I was filming OJ, and this girl dressed as a white... What is a white mage, though? That's what people just started calling her. That's what she was dressed as?
White mage, presumably from Final Fantasy 1, also from a couple of the other Final Fantasies. I know in 4 there were white mages that were dressed like that.
Okay, well, I guess she was the white mage. I don't know. She starts, like, I'm filming OJ, I start, like, moving the camera. She starts, like, posing in front of the camera and doing a little dance and whatnot. Yeah. And a lot of people actually asked, why do the cosplay girls always pose for John? Why do they always, dance for John on the camera? And I'll explain this, okay? I'm not a very good-looking guy. I'll be the first one to tell you. Not in any way, shape, or form am I a good-looking person. But I always do get good reactions from people. You just fall down?
No, a USB key fell down.
All right. But I do always get good reactions from people because it's all about the approach to things, okay? So if you approach someone with a smile and strong eye contact, that's going to go 100 million miles for you. And that's a lesson for you ugly people out there like me.
That's a lesson I need, too. Thank you.
Yes, well, yeah. And she was also she was a vendor.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and she was basically trying to use her assets to sell merchandise, was the main thing. And she was doing all kinds of stuff, including bending over for, I think it was like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think she was
Well,
doing
actually,
that.
I mean, we are calling her White Mage, but she changed costumes at least once or twice a day.
Oh, you noticed
Yeah,
this?
she came back dressed as, I think, like bunny suit Samus for a while. Like Zero Suit Samus, but it looked like a bunny suit.
So OJ noticed all this stuff. And the reason that we didn't talk about it last week was because there really wasn't anything beyond what you saw in the videos to talk about. The fact of the matter is, like, I'm already taken. I'm off the market. All right. And OJ didn't bother to talk to her. So I did yell at you a few times about this.
I don't know. I just felt creepy for some reason.
I don't think you should have, though, because she was the one that decided to bend over for like 15 minutes. So
I don't know. Maybe she has a back problem.
You didn't make her do that. You think so?
No.
I don't know, man. There was something weird. There was something crazy going on there. It might have been a bad situation for you, honestly. She might have been a little nuts. I don't know.
We'll try again
Probably
next
shouldn't
time.
say that on the air because you could be sued, but,
We'll try next time.
Next time you see her.
Next time I see someone else.
That was pretty much it for those situations. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say, though, the anime chick who called me a creeper,
Yeah.
like her boyfriend, I give the guy props because I probably would have done the same thing if somebody was filming. I probably would have been like, what are you recording this for? You're filming my girlfriend, whatever. And then I basically told him, it's for my own personal use, I'll be watching it alone later. Now, if the dude said that to me, I'd probably be pretty upset. I'd probably strike down this man, if that was me. But this dude just puts his head down. You gotta fight for your woman, man. You can't act like that. You know? That's not the right way to go about things. Get a little pissed. You gotta defend the honor of this woman that, is nice enough to hang around
Either
you.
that or he realized you were kidding.
I don't know what was going on. It was a strange situation. Judge for yourself. Watch the opening of the video, and judge for yourself. So let's continue
All right.
here.
This one's from the Unforeseen Cider. Cider, not cider like the drink. Not the drink, more like cider as in someone who cites. I did 5 miles on my jog today, and this marathon edition of the show with John Rambo and OJ got me through this. Hashtag Ramborgia Strong.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're getting compared to Live Strong by Lance Armstrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Ramborgia, I enjoyed that Ramborgia song.
Oh, definitely.
5 miles, sir. I take my hat off to you,
Yeah,
sir.
as do I.
That should be a new segment on the show, I was thinking. Every week I take my hat off to a certain individual.
I doff my hat.
Right, so I think this week this is gonna be a new segment, okay? I'm just making this law right now. Boom. This is a new segment. So this dude right here, unforeseen fighter, he wins. I take my hat off to you this week, sir. I actually really do enjoy jogging. I know you do as well, Johnny.
Yeah, this morning, man.
You did this morning? What time did you do it?
7.
You seriously, how far did you go?
Just 2 miles, but I was out of it for a while, but I can't. I don't want to hurt my knees by going too long, but 2 miles.
That was pretty awesome,
Thank
sir.
you.
I'm quite proud of you.
Thanks.
You should take your camera with you and you upload it. Like, just run with the camera and then upload the footage.
I'd do it, but I don't know what people would want. I mean, do they want to see me jog around for a half hour?
Yeah.
All right.
I actually really like doing that stuff, but it's gotten so cold now that I can't really go outside. I like to go outside. I don't really like to do it on the treadmill or anything like that. But in the spring and the summer, man, I love going outside and just walking and getting lost out there.
Here's a funny thing. I mean, I like being outside as long as I'm not getting harassed by bees and it's not too hot. But
right.
I remember the one time I actually got most in shape, not counting when I was in college, was I just brought anime on my Zune and watched anime for an hour on the elliptical like 3 times a week. I just tore through shows, and that did wonders. But one funny thing, though, speaking of how cold it is, I don't know if you guys noticed in any of the Magfest footage or whatever, I wear shorts and a t-shirt all year round. I don't really care about the cold, except when I'm exercising. The one time you think I'd be super hot, that's the one time you'll catch me all the time, unless I'm leaving work, in like long sleeve pants, long sleeve shirt, gloves, like the whole deal, because you don't want to mess with your joints and stuff while you're exercising, you know?
Right.
It's like I go backwards.
I've never seen you wear pants before. I'd like to see some footage.
Oh boy.
All right, so I just think it's all about motivation. I think so. Maybe what we should do is we should team up with this dude. We should go jogging with this guy. And what we'll do is we'll just talk to him for like 2 hours while we all jog, and we'll all get into good shape.
Oh man, if we did that a couple times a week,
that'd be pretty sweet.
I also liked his joke about it being the marathon edition of the show.
It was a 2 hours.
Yeah, but he was running,
so it all fits.
Yeah.
All right.
Tie it together. All right.
What do we got next?
We got Stay 100 or Staya. Hey, John, I will start to spread the digital gonorrhea here in Chile, then South America, and head north until reach to Mexico. Stay ballsy, my friends. You, Rambo, are awesome. You too, OJ.
I think that Stay 100 is the awesome one.
I would agree.
I have to say that's one of the best things about doing this whole thing. You know, for instance, I've never been to Chile.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone from Chile, but there's people in there. They're checking out my stuff, and that's a great honor.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to actually find out where everyone's from, all you guys are from. So if you're, everyone's listening, post up what country you're from, or what country you're listening to the show in, and I would really enjoy that because then I can find out what countries I can visit, and then stay in your homes for free.
Ramborgia around the world.
I will just show, so let me know what country you are listening to the show. That'd be awesome just to know. And also then I can plan out my future vacations around that information.
Splendid.
Yes.
Okay. So this one's from X Alderon, Scroll of Rambo, page 1. Thou must stay ballsy at all times. Thou must infect thy nation with the digital gonorrhea. The use of digital condoms are condemned. The use of non-digital condoms are sanctioned. Thou must listen to the show every week. Continued on page 2. Page 2.
Well said.
Inserted. Yeah.
Maybe it's coming this week.
Oh boy. No.
All right. What? Let's continue.
All right. This one's from Bromano1. Ramborgia, Ramboholics, lend me your ears. We must not futilely fight amongst ourselves like the future atheistic man and sea otters of South Park, for it is the penicillin of the digital gonorrhea. No. We must unite. We must accept one another and not treat one another like red-headed stepchildren. In this, we find our strength to spread the digital gonorrhea to even more unmolested masses. For the glory of the Rambo, for the glory of the OJ, and for the digital gonorrhea. I get a little excited about those.
You did a good job with that. We're gonna have to. People are starting to write a lot of stuff like this. We should actually like put them in collections, and then
we can make.
It can be a spoken. You can do it. You could read it. It'll be a spoken version or spoken novel or something.
Word version of the Book of Rambo.
Yeah. By OJ. So I think we should do that because there's like people are like this crazy stuff going on. There's like 10 of these things, man. They're nuts. They're crazy.
We got 2 of them right here. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, people have a lot of creativity with this stuff. It's really cool. So.
Oh, I'm just picturing the places this could go.
There was a Ramborgia Ramboholics flare up this week. Did you notice? It was on Twitter.
Yeah, a little bit.
It was got a little crazy there. I was afraid. So.
No, well, this kind fellow is trying to keep us together.
He's trying to stop it.
Yeah, he's trying to.
I don't think you can. I just don't think it's worth it. I don't know.
Can't let this dream of peace die. Not here. Not now. Not
I
ever.
think the dream's dead. I think the dream is dead.
The dream will not be dead.
All right. So, do you have a reading Rambo for this week, John?
Well,
I think you had something.
It's kind of funny. You mentioned when you first mentioned reading Rambo, I was sitting right next to Familiar Quotations by John Bartlett.
Yes.
And I just opened up to a random page, and there was some interesting stuff. But then I found here, this is actually kind of a depressing quote, but it was an interesting thought. This is by George Bernard Shaw from Man and Superman, Act 1. A lifetime of happiness. No man alive could bear it. It would be hell on earth. And I just read that. That was like the first one I read, right?
Yes.
Like, wait a second. That's really that's. I wish I knew the context from where this was pulled from, because that's an incredibly depressing thought. Like, it's basically taken out of context. It seems to say.
All right, read it again.
Okay. A lifetime of happiness. No man alive could bear it. It would be hell on earth.
Huh.
Are they saying that if you're happy all the time, you won't know what to compare it against, and thus?
Yeah, you need the yin and the yang in life. You need the bad to make the good. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Oh,
where I've been through some crap times in my life. Where now I'm in an awesome period, and there's much more appreciation and understanding of how you should feel about that. So.
Huh. That's a good point. I didn't think of it that way.
That's quite possible to me.
Yeah.
I think it's a great addition to reading Rambo. And, yeah. So I guess we're going to come back with our guests before we have them on. We actually have lined up a lot of really impressive guests.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, just throw them out who they are right now, because we're still ironing some things out. But if you saw my Magfest footage, you might have an idea of who it may be.
That's going to be in the comments like crazy now, dude.
I didn't say anything specifically because we haven't 100% nailed everything down, but it looks like things are working out. And so I think the next several shows we will have guests and some interesting ones. And I hope everyone stay tuned and checks it out and all that.
I'll be here.
We're going to come back with our awesome guest for this week. And we'll be right back.
See ya.
All right, we're back. This week's guest on the show can be found at youtube.com/RespectThePact, which is a partner channel, by the way, where you can find many creative, entertaining videos, top-notch special effects and quality. He, along with his partner Paul, are also the directors, producers, editors, cameramen, and every other possible position that you could have on a series on Project 7. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Andre.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
How's it going, sir?
It's going good. I'm excited to be here.
You having a nice day today?
Yeah, today has been a great day. Some flurries outside, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, we almost got snow this winter.
Yeah,
a weather report here. We're getting a weather report. That's awesome.
Yep.
So it's kind of a bummer. We tried to have Paul on, but he was unable to get on tonight.
Yeah, he was on a business trip and he got delayed. So he didn't make it.
Okay, so we'll
Unfortunately,
have to have him on another time.
Yeah, definitely.
So, like I said before, you guys did basically all the hard work on Project 7. Well, we basically just acted stupid in front of the cameras. And I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys since it came out, since it was released.
Yeah.
So, what do you have to say about the reaction to it and how it's been received and all that stuff?
I think it's been received extremely well. There's been tons of views, a lot of likes, and a lot of people have been coming over even to our channel and subscribing and just thanking us for being a part of it and saying that they want more. I think it was a big success, and we were just excited and proud to be a part of it because I know it was a big deal for you guys, especially. You guys had this, or GSP had this for 2 years ago, and to bring it back at now, and it's pretty cool, And as we were editing it and doing everything, we were just saying, well, this is a really cool story, You guys just had fun with it, and
right.
And it was funny, I mean, we were saying like different lines to each other all the time, me and Paul, because we had to watch it hundreds of times,
wow.
as we were editing it. So, and every time it gets us, all these lines and these different scenes. So, I'm glad that people enjoyed it. We certainly liked it. So,
awesome.
Yep.
So, you guys came to Magfest like 2 weeks ago. We were pretty happy about it. We wanted you guys to be part of the panel since you had so much to do with Project 7. I feel like it was important that you guys were there and experienced the whole thing with us,
Yeah.
I know you guys have never been to a convention like that. So, what were your impressions of Magfest overall and that whole experience?
I loved going there. I mean, even it was just nice to even, get on a car and go all those, those hours over there. It was just an adventure. It was like, I kind of needed it personally. But, getting there, it was nothing like I had, thought it would be. Just, the different people there and how everybody, reacted and just, the vendors and all those video games and just the people there. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to my next one. I think there's the next one coming up in, actually, I think it's April.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah, but there's another one going on. But Magfest was awesome, man. It was a great time. I really enjoyed it, and it was cool hanging out with you guys too. So.
Yeah, very glad you guys came.
Yeah.
What was that like? Did you enjoy being on the panel and stuff like that? Was that like a big deal or?
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, I didn't get any questions or anything like that, but I wasn't really expecting any. I was just there just in case. I don't know if someone came up there and said, "Hey, something had to do technically with the how we produced it." I could maybe reply and answer those questions. But that was interesting to be up there with you guys, and it was cool. Definitely cool. Yeah, I've never done something like that. So
a lot of people were upset. They were like, "Oh, no one got to Andre didn't get to say anything, and you didn't let him speak and all that." So. Let me do our best today, get all the questions out there for you.
Yeah, it's all good.
To make up for it. So, I have to ask this. We first got together. We first met you guys like a couple months ago.
Yep.
And we had the meeting at Howard's house. We were all trying to kind of figure out if we could work together, and how things would work. And we first proposed Project 7 to you guys, and we showed you those original videos, which were pretty crude, pretty crudely made.
Yeah.
And we were like, this is what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So what were your original thoughts? We were like, what the hell is... Was there any kind of like, what is... I don't know if we can do this, or this is kind of like, I don't know about this, or any doubts at the time?
No, I mean, we saw the videos. First thing that we thought is like, as far as a production, we could add something to it. And we kind of like that. It's like, it's not something that we go in it and we're like, oh, what are we, what's our place here? We really thought that we could come in and really add to, what you guys wanted to do, as far as production value and things like that.
Right.
So we thought it as a challenge, but, what I liked about the whole thing is that, you guys wrote the story and you guys were going to, do your thing, and you kind of let us do our thing and kind of trusted us to do what we do, and, so
well,
yeah,
I mean, we had no other choice. I mean, it's not like I could tell you otherwise,
No, but I mean, we like challenges, So that would be a challenge. It was kind of cool because when we do our thing, our videos and stuff, I'm in front of the camera a lot. You know, I participate in the back of the camera, but it was kind of cool just to be totally in back of the camera and helping out that way. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it was cool. We saw it as a challenge, and we were excited to get it going. You know, and you guys did a lot too. You know, you guys had storyboards. You guys wrote the stories. You guys made it fun. You guys were the actors, so you guys had a huge part in it. You know, we just put it together. You know, edited it, and
yeah, but you had some input, because I remember when we were first starting to like throw ideas out there.
Yeah,
and then you were like, well, I could do, you know, I can make a portal, and I could you could do that. And you're like, what? You could do that? Like, really? Like, you know, so
yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, there was all these things that we had like these ideas for, and we do that a lot. I mean, we used to do a lot of commercials, you know, contests and stuff like that. And one thing that we always like to do in these kind of situations is saying, hey, you know what, we could do this, we could do that, and we're not actually sure we can do it, but we're pretty sure that we can figure it out some way or another. So it's just about, you know, positioning the camera right, thinking about green screens and angles and things like that. And then when it comes to editing it, then we just, you know, we do what we can, and what we don't know, we look it up, we learn it on the spot, and we make it happen. And that's the whole thing. It's make it happen. So
that's how it's done, man. You guys got great work ethic and all that. Very professional. Yeah. So I know you guys worked very hard on putting the pilot episode together. Just so people can get an idea, what exactly was the process for making it, like the post-production side of it? What exactly did you have to do, and then how long did the whole thing take?
Post-production. Well, post-production becomes less work when we do a lot of pre-production, and I think we did a lot of that. You guys had to, you know, your script ready. There was a storyboard that me and Paul went over and kind of did our own thing, and we had a system down so that we don't forget what shots to take and all that stuff. But once that's done, and we did it all in one day, which is great, which is pretty amazing actually. Usually it takes sometimes several days for something this long. You might think, 7 minutes, that's not that long, but you know, we do 1.5 minute kind of thing. So we got all that done, and then we just have to, you know, put it together, look at the script, you know, do the edits, and then we break it down. And basically, Paul will do maybe half of the special effects shots, and I'll go ahead and do the other half. And I'll say, okay, well, I'll take Death Face, and I'll take the portal, and you know, you take sound design, and you take, you know, that sort of thing. And then we kind of work in our own like homes, and then we come together and we say, okay, what do you have? What do I have? Let's see what we can do. And then we start working together. It takes about, I think it took about 30 hours of post-production altogether.
Wow.
But you know, we at the end, you know, we're proud of it, and you know, we really liked it, and I think a lot of people liked it, so it was all worth it.
I think so too. I think you guys did an awesome job.
Yeah.
And you definitely got a great talent for the whole thing. So.
Thanks.
Also, you guys have a great passion for I guess film and visual art and all that stuff. So, what exactly made you fall in love with cinema? At some point, was it like a certain movie you saw, something that happened to you? Like, what inspired you to get involved with all this stuff?
I don't know if it was a certain movie or a certain time or a certain, you know, something that happened spontaneously. I know that, you know, throughout my whole life, I've always loved movies. I loved, you know, TV and things like that. And I always wanted to get involved with it. I know that pretty much I was always on the computer. You know, I work in the computer to this day. I don't do anything that has to do with video, but I do print, so I'm always on the computer. And so I just said, you know, I'd like to do this. And so I went to film school in 2001, 10 years ago, in California. And then I just started, you know, doing contests when I got here in Connecticut about 5-6 years ago. Did contests. Me and Paul kind of partner up to do these things, and we won a lot of them. We were very successful, I think, while we were doing that. And so we were doing different special effects and just learning. And every time you learn more, you kind of want to do more. You know, you're like, oh, well, what if we do this? What can we do this? And we started doing all these things in And every time we do something, it becomes more fun. You know, I used to do a lot of things behind the scenes, and then I started getting in front of the camera, and I started liking that as well. So I don't know if it was one particular thing, but it's just, you know, it's just something I've always liked, and I find intriguing until this day. So,
what are some of the movies that you really enjoy? Or
I like I would say Gladiator. I would say action, just general action movies. I like action movies and comedies. I like The Big Lebowski. I think that's awesome.
Great one.
Stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I just like anything that entertains. You know, I don't say, oh, I like, you know, romantic comedies. Oh, no, I just like action. If it entertains me, if it captures my attention, you know, I'll like the movie. You know, and that's how we kind of do our videos too. Is like we just want to entertain people. That's the ultimate goal. It's not really to you know, satisfy, you know, go do a particular genre or something like that. We do, you know, action. We don't do drama. We've done a little bit of comedy, and we're going to try different things. But it's all about entertainment at the end of the day.
Very true. You spoke about how you do acting in front of, you do stuff in front of the camera too. I actually think you're really a very good actor. I think anyone that sees your videos would probably agree with that. You never actually studied acting or anything like that?
No, I've never studied acting. I've studied, you know, directing. You know, I've taken hundreds of tutorials on different kinds of special effects, but never acting. Acting has been a learning process for me since we started the channel. So I've just been trying to. I've never even read anything about it. I should actually do that. You know, see these different techniques. It might help me out, but. No, I just kind of wing it, just kind of go there. My whole philosophy is kind of live the character, you know, and kind of just get your surroundings, and you are that person, and you kind of need to do that. And I think if we kind of forget ourselves and be the character, no matter what's going on, no matter how ridiculous you look, you're able to pull it off. I mean, I'm not a master of anything. Thank you for saying that I'm pretty good, but you know, but I'm in the learning process, and you saw that. I mean, you experienced some of that acting, you know, with Project 7. You know,
if you want to call it that, I mean, you know.
Oh.
I mean, you can give me some more advice for next time, maybe.
But yeah, I'm learning as I go. So
it's pretty fun, though. I have to say.
It is fun. Yeah, I think it's very fun.
Once you like, I never had any ambition to ever do it, but once you get kind of like a little bit of a taste for it, it's like, all right, you know, it's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah. You guys are kind of playing yourselves, but not really playing yourselves. I mean, that's not who you guys are.
You're a character of yourself now.
Yeah, it's funny.
I wish that's who I was. That'd be pretty sweet. I wish it was, you know, that you know, on that level, but it's not yet. Maybe someday. It's who I hope to become. That's who I play in that. So you said you went to film school in Los Angeles.
Yes, I went to the Los Angeles Film School in 2001. It's like a year program, really. Like an intensive one. You go 8 in the morning and you get out at 6 in the afternoon. I don't know what it is now, but it was a 10-month thing, and it was really cool. It was a great experience. It was just I think we were the second class in. They had just started it, and we had about 30 people in the class. But it was great. I mean, it was a great experience. It was more. You know, I think we learn a lot more by doing than just, you know, sitting in a chair and just listening to different teachers. I certainly learned a lot, but you learn a lot more when you just go out there, grab a camera, and do what you know, try to put things together that way.
Do you recommend that people go that route, go to a film school, do that whole thing? Is that imperative to the like where you are now and learning things?
No, I wouldn't say it is. I would say 4 year, you know, going 4 years, getting your bachelor's in film, unless you want to teach film, you know, want to be a teacher in a college or something like that, I wouldn't really recommend it. If you want to go for like a year like I did, I think that would be pretty cool. That school is very hands-on, so they give you a camera almost at the first day, that sort of thing. They give you a computer. They try to do things that are more real world and not so much theory. So that was kind of cool. So in a certain aspect, yes. If it's short term like that, not 4 years, But even if you don't want to, or you don't want to do a career change, but you want to try something else out, I think you can get good just by picking up a camera and start shooting things and putting things together and just and seeing where that takes you. And I think that every project you're going to learn something. We do, at least. So
what was it like being in LA? Is that like being part of that industry there? Is that something like you kind of would like to do, or?
Dude, being in LA was awesome. I just love LA. I lived there for 5 years. I went there to school for 1 year, but I lived there for 5, and so it was pretty cool. It's nice. I don't know if I don't know. I can't see myself doing anything on TV or something like that. Would I like it? I think I would. Would I like being an actor or a director behind the scenes? I think I'd still like being behind the scenes, more of a storyteller and kind of like putting things together more than in front. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but if the opportunity ever, comes by, would I take it? Probably. If it was a good one, sure.
All right. So on September 2nd, 2011,
yeah,
you guys uploaded your first video to YouTube, which was Chess Wars.
Yes, that's right.
Which is an awesome video.
Thank you.
What made you decide, what inspired you to, say, let's get involved in YouTube, let's do stuff on YouTube now?
Well, we used to do a lot of contests, like I said before, and those contests were for different clients, right? So they were for all these known brands. And the thing with that is they give you a premise and you pitch it and, they go with it, whatever, you do it, and you come out with something. If you win, you get some money for it. Wonderful. But you're still like in a box. You still have to abide to the guidelines that the brand puts forth. What we wanted to do is say, you know what, forget that. Let's not have any boundaries. Let's do something to entertain. Let's do something that we create, from scratch, and put it out there and just have fun with it. And it doesn't matter who likes it, who doesn't like it. Let's do it so that we can be happy with it. Do things that we'll be happy and say, hey, we did this from scratch. We did it to entertain. If you like it, wonderful. If you don't like it, well, nothing we can do. And so that was the whole, mentality behind let's put a channel up. Let's do our thing. Let's have fun, with all that we know how to do. Let's have some fun with it. So, and we thought of, hey, let's do Star Wars. We always try and incorporate something like a video game or something that has to do with pop culture just to make it a little more interesting and challenging. And first thing that popped into our heads was let's incorporate Star Wars, some lightsabers or something like that. And he said, hey, let's put it on a chess piece. I mean, it's off the wall. I mean, I'm fighting a chess piece, really? But it was like challenging. We're like, I don't think I've seen that before. Let's try to do it. It's so ridiculous. Can we pull it off? And, we present that challenge in front of us and, and we tackle it. And we did that, and we're actually pretty happy with the results as well.
You guys having a good time on YouTube? It can be kind of a crazy place sometimes.
Yeah.
Take the good with the bad, I guess. So how's the whole YouTube thing going? You've been on it for a couple months now, so how's the whole experience on YouTube?
YouTube is awesome. I mean, you get the feedback almost immediately once you put something up. You get people that like it, people that don't like it. At first, it's tough because you put things up and, you're like, I put, 115% into this. Are people going to like it? And people, I don't like it, and you're just like, you're almost offended by it. That was right in the beginning. But then afterwards, once you're into this, you get it, what YouTube is. And then YouTube is about, you put things out there and, some people are going to like it, something that don't take it personal. Maybe you can learn something from what somebody says it doesn't say. And so now it gets to be more enjoyable. And I think that's where we're at now. We're really enjoying it. At first, we had I was taking things a lot more personal. Paul, not so much, but me, I always take things personal. And now I just roll with it, whatever. I put things out there. You like it, you don't like it. You won't come back to our channel. That's cool.
Yeah, so, you just have to laugh at a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know I think people a lot of times people misunderstand the purpose of your videos. Like you're basically showing this great technical skill you have, you know. And at the end of the day, you're putting out like you said, a really entertaining video. Well, people like take things and just twist it in their heads. Like I remember the Gears of War video you put out, and you had like the Retro Lancer.
Yeah.
And I saw one of the comments. The dude's like, the Retro Lancer's a short distance weapon, not a long distance one. You know, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, people really take it seriously, and they think that we are being hired by, you know, the company that makes Gears of War to make a live action movie on it. And that's not the case. We're just taking, you know, a prop and we're making a story around it and having fun. And yeah, I didn't reload once. I get that. You know? But
maybe you got the fast reload when no one was looking.
Yeah, no one was looking, or you know, the camera wasn't pointed at me, and I was reloading every time. Right. You know, I don't know, but people take it a little too seriously, and that's cool. I mean, if someone,
that's good though. In a lot of ways, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think after a while, people are going to start to get it. I mean, if they choose to not see that video or see that video and say, oh, you know, it doesn't reload, whatever. I'm never going to see this again, or just, you know, stay on the channel, check out the videos. You'll kind of understand. You'll come to that realization that, hey, guys, take it easy. You know, this is not, you know, this is not a documentary. These guys put these things together. Yes, you know, continuity is not going to be perfect. Some things you're going to catch all these weird things if you really look at it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think people approach it a lot of times the same way they'll approach like something that's on their TV, like something that's produced with an entire staff for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, where you're literally like a couple guys making something, you know, for peanuts that is actually amazing if you look at it in those terms, but people have difficulty judging things like different, you know, different scales of thought, I guess.
Yeah. And one thing I noticed also is that if we do a video that is more action and more serious or whatever, they take it more seriously, and they, you know, they do that thing where, oh, you know, it doesn't load, but and they could really see it. Now we did the other thing like Pac-Man, which is, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's goofy. You know, from the beginning to the end, I'm doing these goofy things. I'm running like an idiot, you know, and people are a lot less, you know, they're more forgiving. They're like, and they're willing to laugh at it, and it's okay that it's weird, and they like it more. And that's something with even Project 7. I think you guys are using comedy, and comedy, people put their guard down, you know, with comedy. So it's something that we're learning as well, you know.
Comedy, you can kind of just do anything, which is nice. So I remember even when we were filming it, and there's the part where the rope, all of a sudden there's a rope, and then I remember Paul, like he was you know, doing a lot of the camera work, and he was like, where's the rope come from? I was like, I don't know. Like, why is there a rope? It's like there just is. You know,
exactly. Yeah, where did that rope come from? You're right.
There just is a rope, you know, because there's no rules, you know. So I'm glad you actually brought up the Pac-Man video. I want to talk about that because I don't know if people know this on your channel. The real life Pac-Man video is basically like a viral video.
Yeah, it's got 134,000 at least.
Yeah, so, that people really like that. It was picked up by a few blogs, and people started sharing it a lot, and it spread, I guess. So.
Most of because it actually has more views on it than anything on my channel, which actually makes me pretty jealous. So yeah, what was that like to have something like go viral like that, and just be all over the place? And was it like one day you just look at it and all of a sudden it's like 100,000 views more than the day before, or like how did that whole thing go down?
You know, it was a huge surprise with Pac-Man because we kind of did that because we wanted a video to come out on a Saturday, and this was like, I don't know, a Tuesday or the Saturday before that. We only have really weekends to work on this, and so we're like, we got to come up with something for next Saturday, and it was, you know, last minute. We're like, let's do Pac-Man, and let's do it right outside your, you know, in your neighborhood, right outside your door here, and we'll pretend that I'm, you know, running again, and we'll do the whole thing, and once we did it, we edited it, and I looked at Paul. I'm like, if we get 1,000 views, it will be amazing. I will be jumping up for joy because this is horrible. And it turned out to be the biggest hit. You know, people were finding humor in it where we didn't see it at first because it was our first kind of comedy that we did.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I don't know if it was very intentional. We kind of just went with it at the time, and we didn't have a storyboard, and it kind of just worked, and it taught us a lesson, really, of what, you know, has the potential of being successful and what's a little tougher to be successful in YouTube. So, yeah, it was amazing. I mean, every day that we woke up, another, you know, 10,000 views, 15,000 views, and I'm like, where is this coming from? And it spread. It did kind of go viral. So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. Yeah, we were very happy with the results.
The look on your face in the thumbnail is incredible. Like just the grin.
That's what did it. That's what sold the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, also, I think my favorite part was the subtle. You run off the right side of the yard, and it took me a second to realize you pop back in from the left side, just like in old school Pac-Man. And
yeah,
it was subtle, but it was beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if everybody would get that, you know, but that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to, you know, imitate the game, whereas I come in one side, come out the other side. So it worked. It was weird. That was actually a special effect shot, obviously, because I came in and we actually turned the camera, and on that blur we cut it. So there's actually a little blur there, and we cut it, but it almost seems like it's seamless. And
yeah, it was.
But
really
that was cool. Yeah,
so,
Pac-Man was pretty cool.
Let's talk about we talked about Pac-Man. Let's talk about the other videos on your channel. If someone goes to your channel right now, what videos would they find? And how would you describe your work on there and stuff you put out?
Okay, well, the latest videos we have is actually from Magfest. It's from our trip from Connecticut.
I did see it.
Which is our first, like, 10-minute video. Like, we do things that are a minute and a half, 2 minutes max or something like that. And we're like, let's put something out there that's over 2 minutes so people can get to know us. People can kind of, like, you know, seem like they're, you know, more involved and be more interactive with us. And we did that, and people really seemed to like it, which we were really surprised. And we're like, yeah, we got to do more of this, you know, kind of record these behind the scenes and us talking and us doing these things because people really enjoy it. So that's another lesson learned this week, actually. So hopefully on Saturday we'll put something else out as well, part 2. You know, I think we should do like 1, 2, 3, one right after another, but we kind of still take a week. We're trying to get better at that. But other than that, we have just different videos. We have, I think, Pac-Man, Gears of War, like you said. We have a Space Invaders one, which is kind of cool. What else do we have? I should look. I don't even know. It's pretty interesting.
So let's check it out. Let's see here.
I'm looking at your channel right now.
Minecraft, Sonic. So we have the Street Fighter with Howard.
That was another pretty big one.
Yeah, that one was big. Actually, in Japan, I think we got like 40,000 views from Japan only.
Wow! Oh my God!
Yeah, so Japan really loved this video. For some reason.
Respect the Pact is big in Japan.
Yeah, big in Japan, especially with this.
You guys have to move there. Look in the industry.
Yeah. So that was a real fun one. So if people go there, these are the kind of videos they'll get. So videos of that it's going to entertain. They're very short. You know, I don't think very few
people like that. People like that on YouTube though. Short video.
You know, I think people just want to sit down and they just want to see a few things that'll entertain them and just go on to the next thing. So I think that kind of works.
Yeah, you go to the channel right now. You can watch all your videos in a reasonable amount of time and have a great, entertaining night. Mm-hmm. So people should definitely do that.
Space Invaders and Macintosh was pretty funny.
Yes.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. We kind of that was cool because I think that was the first time we incorporated 3D on that one. We, like we said, we're still learning a lot of these things, but we incorporated 3D and it kind of worked. So
I think OJ actually brought this up, but he was wondering, we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. It seems like you usually do die in a lot of your videos or get injured in a lot of your videos. So what's going on with that? Is Paul just basically have it out for you, or what's going on?
He's hinting.
I don't know what it is. It's so weird. It just seems like at the end I always die, and it happened in Chess Wars. I think I die in Pac-Man. I don't die in Pac-Man, but
we don't
there's
see
some other ones. Yeah, Space Invaders I die.
Old game.
bullet game, I died. I don't know. Maybe it's a weird thing. Like, I don't know how to end this. Let's just kill me.
Sometimes I worry about you, Andre. I don't know if I should. What should I do? I feel like maybe you're in some sort of depression or something. I should come over, give you a hug or something, take you to dinner. I mean, you got to turn this around, man. You don't have to die. You know?
I don't have to die. I can live.
There's more for you out there.
There is. Yes. I just think it's an easy way to end things. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's pretty definitive. Death is pretty definitive, so I mean, it's a good way to end the storyline.
Yeah.
So you brought up Howard. We actually had Howard on a few weeks ago. We were talking about how you guys all met and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you guys realize that your little buddy Howard was on YouTube and had a sizable following on YouTube? Like, what was that like for you? And
Yeah, I think that we met up with Howard, like, we were just walking, like, in a Target in the mall, and he was there, and we're like, hey, what's up? And we're like, Howard, we're going to start a YouTube channel, and we're going to do all these different things. Do you know anything about YouTube? And he's like, yeah, I know something about YouTube. I'm like, do you know anything about subscribers? I guess that's the big thing, subscribers. He's like, yeah. I got like, I'm like, how many subscribers do you have? Like 5, 10? It's like, oh, I got to think of like 5,000. I'm like, are you serious? But yeah. It's like, really? It's like, yeah. So, he told us about his channel, went on there and checked out his stuff, and it was kind of cool. And he's like, yeah, guys, start it up, and I'll give you guys a hand if you guys need anything. And he helped us out a lot, introducing us to you guys, which was pretty cool. And so yeah, that's how we started.
Wow. That was like in the fall, basically, right? Summer.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys have moved pretty quickly.
Howard's pretty amazing because he has like 5,000 subscribers, but he puts no videos up. So I don't know how
that is an amazing thing. I don't
know how he does it.
I know he has to tell us the secret. What is it?
He doesn't even have to put videos. He just has subscribers.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. You should give us a secret. But
yeah, I look back at this whole thing. It's just really bizarre to think about it, how it all just worked out so well, and how you guys just kind of fit into everything so easily, and you guys are basically perfect to work with. And it's like the whole thing just kind of fell into our laps, and it's literally like one day Howard was like, "Yeah, I know these guys that can make amazing videos," and that was pretty, like all of a sudden, like here it's so weird,
Yeah, well, some things I guess sometimes it works out that way.
Right.
But it's awesome, and we're looking forward to doing the more Project 7 episodes. And it seems like it was a success. So if DSP, you, and Howard want to continue, that's what we're going to do.
Then we're definitely going to be working on it. The three of us are going to work on it this week, and then we'll probably have to contact you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
get your expertise, get your expert opinion on things. But I have to say, you guys are definitely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And I think looking at your channel and looking at a lot of other channels on YouTube, I really think you should be one of the top channels on YouTube.
Thank you.
And I think you will be. I think if you keep cracking at it, I think you're going to get far beyond what I do and what we do. But I think you could be one of the top channels there. I really think that's true.
Thank you.
I was wondering if you can give us some insight maybe on future projects you're working on, or anything that we can expect to see on the channel coming up, maybe something like that.
Well, we are going to put some more Magfest videos up, and as far as these creative videos that we put out, we haven't actually set anything, like nothing's in stone. I know we want to do a Mario one. A lot of people ask for that.
Aww.
But with Mario, we really want to, put like our 300% effort into that, and we're thinking of actually incorporating music into it, like original music, and put comedy in it. So we really want to put in something really, really cool for Mario. I don't know if that's going to be the next one. Maybe it won't. So I can't really tell you because we don't know. Definitely some more Magfest videos, but as far as these videos that we do that have video game themes to them, we're not sure. But definitely Mario's in the horizon. We always take a lot of people. They suggest things. So I mean, if people want to suggest, hey, what about this game? Or it doesn't have to be a game. We've done Star Wars. We're open to do other things. Incorporate whatever, my favorite show on TV. Can you guys do that? Superheroes, whatever. We welcome ideas. So, but nothing's set in stone. Just subscribe, and
And you'll find out.
you'll find out when we actually upload something.
You will find out if you subscribe.
Yep.
So I think we're going to wind it down here. Definitely want to thank you for coming on. It's been
thanks
an
for
honor,
having me.
sir.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
So why don't you let us have it? Give us all the plugs. Where can we find Respect the Pact? Where are all the addresses? Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. Where can we locate you guys?
All right. youtube.com/RespectThePact, twitter.com/RespectThePact, and facebook.com/RespectThePact.
Well
very
done.
easy. You only have to remember one thing: respect the pact, and just put that
That's
at the
3
end.
words. That's a lot.
That's actually one word because they don't let you put spaces, so it's just a one word.
What is what's the meaning behind the name?
A lot of people ask us that, and we just wanted a name that would be pretty cool. That's pretty lame to say that, but yeah, we just wanted something that sounded pretty cool, but meant nothing. That's why, like, when we did our little logo, this is like our second logo that we did. There's no, seal or, respect hand or something like that. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a name that sounded pretty cool. We thought it would be pretty cool, and it would be cool that it meant nothing. So it means nothing. It's just a name that we think sounds pretty cool. And so that's the meaning behind it. No meaning.
So you got initials out of it, which is always nice.
Yeah.
RSP.
Yeah,
So that's a good thing.
Yep.
You don't feel like saying the whole thing. You just throw that out there.
Yep.
So, what would you do if you ran into somebody who was quite obviously disrespecting a pact? Not necessarily. I mean, I know you said that it doesn't mean anything, but you'd have to uphold the name in some way.
A pact disrespecter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would just.
You can find them you can find those people in the YouTube comments all the time.
Yeah. A lot of people say, yes, I definitely respect the pact or something like
Yes,
that.
that's actually it's actually great. Use it as like a catchphrase or something, like a T-shirt or something. I'm respecting the pact or something like that.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool.
So
Yeah. I don't know about people that disrespect. Wow, disrespect the pact.
we'll destroy them. Don't worry.
Haters.
We'll take them out.
Okay.
Disrespecter's
sounds
going to
good.
disrespect.
That's right.
So, do you have any final words you'd like to say to the lovely audience out there before we wrap up?
Well, I just want to say, guys, thanks for all the people that actually have come from your channel, because I know that a lot of people do, especially. I mean, we can't tell who they come from, but I know a lot of people come from your channel. We thank you. I want to thank everybody that has migrated over and subscribed to our channel and support us, and we really appreciate it. Thank you. That's all I can say. Thanks a lot. We're very, very grateful. So thank you, John, and OJ for having me on the show. You guys got a great show here. I try to listen to it every week when I'm going to work. It only takes me about 25 minutes to get to work, so it takes about 4 days to hear the whole thing. But
That's cool.
But it's awesome,
Appreciate that.
So yeah,
So now you
definitely.
get to listen to yourself. You're all freaked out.
Yeah,
know,
it's got to be
yeah.
weird.
That is going to be.
So I just want to reiterate everybody out there, if you haven't done so already, if you like Project 7, if you want to keep seeing more Project 7, best way to support it, subscribe to Respect the Pact, youtube.com/RespectThePact. These guys are really the ones that are making this little engine that could go. So please do so, show your support. And I think we're going to wrap it up here.
All right.
OJ,
so-
anything else you want to say there?
I just want to say thanks for coming on, and it was awesome meeting you at Magfest. And
Yes.
I've been watching through, I think, about 2/3, 3/4 through your videos, and I am laughing a lot.
Good. Yes, we're trying to incorporate some comedy into it, which is good.
OJ
great.
was watching your videos while the show was going on today.
How well the show was going on.
Completely ignoring me, just watch these
Nice.
videos. You can
Lies.
talk. All right,
It's all
so
good.
I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon, sir.
All right, guys. Yep,
Thank you
sounds
for coming
good.
on.
Yes, thank
the
you very
show-
much. Thanks again.
The show next week will return at its normal time slot on Friday mornings. We're gonna have another guest on. Got a lot of good guests coming up, so please keep checking it out. We got the shirts now are available, or should be available soon, to purchase at geekfiregifts.com/store. Or some sort of combination
Store, hopefully.
of store, Geekfire Gifts, and slashes will get you to the store. More information on that coming soon. So please check it out. So for OJ, for Andre, this is John signing off. Thank you for listening to John Rambo Presents, the best in free and optional entertainment. Good night, everybody.